Yes, sir. It's the 9 to 5 Sports Guys. It's your boy T.
What's happening? It's your man TJ.
What up, though? It's your boy Nam.
And Nam, what episode is this?
I don't know, 55, 60 maybe.
63? I don't know.
63? Yeah, it is.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the 60s.
So, we have missed a lot in the last month due to scheduling, vacation, stuff like that. But hopefully we can go the next couple of weeks. No timeouts, no water breaks, anything like that. First things first, let's get straight to business. Rookie of the year, we got C.J. Stroud, and who else is in the running?
Bijan Robinson.
Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
It might be just those two.
Sure it's not Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Yo.
Or Chet Holmgren?
The wrong sport, my brother.
Imagine if football was like basketball where you had a red shirt year and then you come back the next year, you could still consider the rookie.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You can't do that in
You
football?
speaking on chat, right?
I
Yeah.
don't think so. I never seen that happen before. Chet, Ben Simmons, Blake Griffin. But that's for, the second part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right now,
I've never seen it in football.
clear favorite has to be C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
What he's doing is phenomenal.
And potential MVP.
For a rookie to come in and make an impact like that, I could say we haven't seen this before. Some would argue, some 49ers fans would argue, oh, but what about Brock Purdy? Brock Purdy was a game manager.
Yeah, that team was already built.
That was already built.
Yeah.
CJ's coming in with a rookie head coach. He's a rookie himself. And, they had to pretty much build that team. This is a team that was only won, 3-4 games last year?
Well, not only that, I mean, he's been missing a lot of his starters this season. Lyman, the only guy that you really can say that was contributing other than him was a linebacker that they drafted too last year. Was the linebacker? He got drafted too, right behind Stroud.
But
Anyway,
It's a brand new team regardless.
that's what
From
I was going to
scratch.
say.
Right.
Think about it like this, right? Can you name me one of his receivers?
No.
ain't
Couldn't
Wood-
name anybody on that team besides Stroud.
Ain't Woods there?
Yeah.
Woods still there.
Yeah,
That's
Woods
it.
is there.
That's it.
And Noah Brown. If y'all remember, Noah Brown was
Yeah.
on Dallas, wasn't getting no love.
Right. Of course.
Listen, do y'all think it's more him having a chip on the shoulder because of the attention Bryce was getting, or is it
I'll be real with you, man. I don't think so.
the head coach?
I don't think so, man, because he's a humble dude.
Yeah,
I don't
and
really
one thing about I'm sure there was an extra motivation, but think about it like this: the fact that he's humble, the fact that at the end of the game, and not to get into politics, but he always praises God.
That's right.
Well, he's very mature.
Yes.
Extremely mature for his age.
Mm-hmm.
So not only that, you talk about a rookie, 3,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, 5 picks.
Yeah, it's just MVP numbers
Yeah.
to me.
I mean, he's right now he has it, the rookie of the year. In my
So
opinion.
the last he wasn't even a rookie because he got hurt his first year. Joe Burrow made an impact early on in his career. But yeah, what he's doing is amazing.
Yeah.
And it goes to show you that all these teams tanking to get the first overall pick. It's not necessarily where you pick; it's who you pick.
Yep.
So
yeah,
you can tank all you want, and we're gonna speak on tanking in a second. But the simple fact that there was real conversation. Well, Bryce was the favorite, but how did he go? If I'm Carolina, now I'm looking at the situation like, and it's still yet to be determined on Bryce because he's a true, he's a rookie. But right now, it's not looking too good.
Well, I don't think Bryce is a bust.
No, it's way
I
too
just
early.
think it's just the system that he's in and the things that are around him. They don't benefit him.
Now,
So-
as far as him being a bust, if he's out of the league in 4 or 5 years, then he's a bust. But if Bryce can even if he doesn't live up to the expectations, if he can put out a 10, 15 year career, yeah, he didn't live up to the expectations. But
Right.
yeah, you know,
But what I'm saying is he's not struggling because we're not 1-9 because of Bryce. We're 1-9 because there's nothing around Bryce.
yeah,
Or 1-10, whatever we are.
Well, a quarterback or a player in general has a 3-year span where that's their cushion to get better. You're supposed
Right.
to grow every year.
Development.
My thing is, do you knock this season off of his resume as to his development and say, well, this was a bust year, not as a player, but the team. It's a
Yeah.
bust year as a team, so we're not gonna. First of all, I think that guys like that shouldn't be thrown into a game when they should need to learn off the gate.
facts.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Facts.
Because you already putting the pressure on them of being a number one pick. Then you give them a pressure of telling them, oh, look, you got to take this sorry team to the playoffs.
Yeah. Turn this around.
That's bull.
And that's in every sport
Yeah.
because they hand the franchise over. And there's only a limited amount of players that can come into a situation. Think about it like this: these young players, they go from winning their entire lives to coming into a losing situation,
Yeah.
and then you expect them to make magic. That's
Right.
tough to do
Yeah.
because I've been winning since Pee Wee or Pop Warner or whatever, all the way till I get to college. I've been winning, you know.
Remember Trevor Lawrence? He started out slow. He was winning his whole life.
Yes, his first year with Urban Meyer, that was a disaster.
Yeah.
Then they got rid of the coach. They brought in another coach and
Who's over there?
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson? Yeah,
Yes,
from,
and now Trevor Lawrence.
Philly.
Trevor Lawrence looked like the real deal.
He's
So
a household name.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But right now, Bryce Young, 1,800 yards, 9 touchdowns, 8 picks.
But what you were saying, though, no quarterback in the league has come in, not even your greatest Hall of Famers.
No.
None has come in right on their first game. Peyton Manning struggled. Brady struggled. Joe
I beg to
Montana
differ.
struggled.
I beg to differ.
Well, he
Who?
did struggle. He threw picks. He threw picks right through that game. He struggled during that game. Is what I'm saying is
Cam,
what?
his first year, he threw 4,000 yards.
He
Yeah,
Ran for 15 touchdowns.
What?
That's a little
Now,
NFC.
do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
Cam Newton?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
He's an MVP of the league.
Absolutely.
And he had a Super Bowl run.
Yeah, you didn't get a Super Bowl though.
So hold on, it's
Is
Matt
Ryan
Ryan
a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, Matt Ryan got over 54,000 yards. That's no comparison. He's nowhere
Good
near.
one, dog.
He's
Hey,
nowhere.
yo.
He's nowhere near that.
Hey, yo.
But he had a
He's
Super
nowhere near that.
Bowl.
But my point. Okay, see,
He had a
you-
Super
you-
Bowl
you
run,
get-
and he got an
You're
MVP.
getting
Yeah.
off the subject.
Okay.
You're getting off the subject. What I'm saying is, I didn't want to make this a sizing competition here.
Hey, yo.
I want to say, I'm just saying is it's a struggle for any team to come to or any quarterback come to a franchise and lead that.
Absolutely, no.
You know what I'm saying? It's a struggle.
Yeah.
You know,
All the greats struggled.
Yeah.
Peyton, like you said,
Yeah.
Eli, Breeze,
Yeah.
everybody. They all have struggled. But Cam came out the gate running.
okay.
We can talk about that. We can talk about that.
Literally running.
Listen, we can talk about that in another subject. But since we got some catching up to do, right now football playoffs, the AFC, you got Baltimore, Kansas City, Jacksonville, Miami, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland, and the Colts right now.
This is including the playoff hunts, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. This is who's in the playoffs right now.
So
Okay.
just those 7.
Just those 7.
Oh,
The next 3, you got Houston, Denver, and Buffalo.
Well, Houston still has a chance to win their division with Jacksonville, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Colts are in that division as well.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The week prior, Pittsburgh, they got rid of Matt Canada.
Yeah.
Um,
And the following week they had 400 yards.
400
of
yards, but then they
offense.
still only scored
Just
20 points still.
I mean, he really must have been holding them back. He
Yeah,
hadn't had a
400 yards, and there was a flow to the game. If you watch the game had a flow. Like, there was just free-flowing offense. Pickett is throwing 20-yard down bombs and stuff.
In 3 seasons, though, you don't have a 400-yard offense. I don't get that.
That's wild.
Crazy to me.
No,
Wild
but
stat.
let's listen.
Wild stat.
Let's see if they can repeat that. Though.
Crazy.
I think they should. They have dynamic weapons. They just never been able to use him.
We had a couple quarterbacks go out in a timely absence that we had. We had Joe Burrow go out, and we had Deshaun Watson. Now, I get all the negativity around Deshaun Watson. You know, whatever comments you have on Deshaun, that's one thing. But watching him play, I knew something was up. Now, I'm not a doctor, but I did stay in a Motel 6. But anyway, I knew something was wrong with Deshaun Watson because, you know, he had a full offseason. Mm-hmm. Now, what they were saying was he might have got hurt early in the year. Remember, he missed maybe 2 games around the time of the bye. Yeah, and they cleared him to play, but he was saying, like, he's not right. He came back. They had a tremendous comeback against Baltimore. That was a game that he twisted his ankle, shoulder was messed up, and they came back and won. And then he's out for the season. Joe Burrow, he was hurt.
He's had a nagging injury since training camp.
Yeah. He's been hurt, and then they didn't say he was hurt, but he ended up being hurt anyway. He's done for this season too. So now you got 2 teams with no quarterbacks.
That's in the same division.
That's a tough division too.
Mm-hmm.
If Joe Burrow and Deshaun Watson is both healthy, you could be looking at all 4 teams possibly being in the playoffs.
Contending, yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Quick question, not to cut you off.
Okay.
2 of these quarterbacks guaranteed contracts hurt. Does that validate the arguments that the GMs and the owners was having? Like, we don't want to pay these people guaranteed like this much amount of guaranteed money. Your first year of your second year for Deshaun.
I mean, that's the reason. This is a contact sport. It's violent. And that's the reason why these guys want to get paid.
Right.
I understand that. I mean, it is a business, but at the same time, you got to recognize the business of a player. You don't want to pay, but they're playing to get paid.
Yeah.
So it's a catch-22.
Right.
I mean, my opinion.
And the thing about it is, what is something when we just touched on it on the first segment? If you got that quarterback, it changes the whole franchise.
Yeah. If they're available, you're a contender.
Yeah. So, to your point, we can say, do they deserve the money? But then again, if you got a franchise quarterback, which I'm gonna say probably like 8 teams got franchise quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So if you got that
8 to 10.
Yeah. If you got that dude, then the money shouldn't even matter because they give you an opportunity to advance and win.
I think like Lamar Jackson should have got paid. He proved himself for 5 years.
Yeah.
He should have got paid. That shouldn't have even been a question.
Well, he's proving it too right now.
Right. So he should have got paid.
Proving it right now.
Only thing I think that when they give these first rounders, all that money and hasn't played a liquor down in the NFL, I mean, is that earned money from doing what you've done in the college?
Well, that's what they negotiated in the CBA. That you come out as a first rounder, you get a base pay, and so on and so forth. So,
right.
That's what the players and they negotiated. So,
I mean, that's why I think they should adjust that for people who are veterans who've played in the league, like they are trying to get paid. Like you're giving a kid $14-15 million right out the gate, and here I am struggling to get 10 as a running back, and I've been running for you for the past 5 years. I can't get 10 a year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's
that's a tough thing, but we could talk about that because we could talk all day about that. So the NFC, you got Philly, San Fran, Detroit, the Dirty Birds, Dallas, Minnesota, Seattle. That's right now the top 7 teams. On the bubble, you got Green Bay, Los Angeles Rams, New Orleans, and Tampa. To be honest with you, Philly, San Fran, 1 and 2. I don't see anything, but, and I know my colleagues are gonna disagree. Dallas could win that division.
Well, they're 2 games behind. You're 2 games behind Philly.
Stop it.
I mean,
2 games behind.
You're 2 games behind.
Philly loses today. They play
If.
Next week.
next week.
Right, in Dallas.
So Now you talking about. I mean,
Well, that's only a tiebreaker because they've already lost to Philly.
yes,
So they don't put them above the division.
and they both lost to what you call it, San Fran.
They ain't lost to San Fran yet. They just playing.
No, I know. I'm
Yeah.
saying when they
Oh,
if they lose,
Right,
they'll
right.
both lose San Fran. And they got the tiebreaker out. They probably gonna
They still had them over Dallas though,
Yeah,
because that's you know what I'm saying.
it'll be after that. It'll be like point differential
Yeah.
or some shit,
Right.
or a divisional record. That's what'll be next.
But Dallas, neither one of them lost. Outside of the game they played each other, nobody else lost to the division.
Right,
But the Giants didn't. They didn't play Philly yet. They
right.
got to play Philly
Twice.
twice.
The last two of the last 3
Then they
weeks.
got.
they
I
played.
think Dallas got Washington last game of the year or something. I don't know.
Something like that. But either way,
Dallas got they got a tough stretch coming up.
Philly.
Philly. This is the last 2 weeks of their stretch, and then after that is Arizona, the Giants twice, and I think Washington. So
I thought Philly played Washington twice.
they played them already
I,
twice.
I think I could be wrong.
I know it's the Giants twice, and then they still got Arizona.
Something like
so
that.
that potentially 3 wins.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Although y'all might not agree,
Hmm.
Dak is playing at an MVP level.
Against who?
It don't matter who he's playing against, is what you put in front of him.
I give him. I give him
Numbers. Yeah,
I give him
agree.
the M.
Because
of the
listen,
VP.
the funny thing about it is, outside of the San Fran game, that was a slaughter. Arizona game, they didn't show up. They've played.
Oh no, they showed up. They just
They didn't show up against Arizona.
They were just more physical than them.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because all they
saying.
did was
Arizona-
run the ball.
yeah.
Arizona just ran the ball on them.
Yeah, Josh Dawes ran over him.
Outside of those two, they played the Eagles tough. That was a close game.
Okay, I'll give you
It
that.
was what 23-28.
That was a close game.
That was a close game.
I'll give you that.
A couple of plays here and there. They Seattle took the lead at one point.
Seattle was up.
Yeah,
They
they was
up
up.
at halftime.
It was up, and then
well into
It
the
was
third.
It was 28-21.
Yeah, well into the third, even fourth, they were up.
Because they got the touchdown right at the end of the game. Half.
Now let me ask you this, and by no means am I a Dallas Cowboy fan,
Sound like it.
I can't
but
tell.
because listen, you got to give credit when credit due.
Right.
Yes, and I hear the narrative. Dallas hasn't played anybody, but we're just talking about the
That's
regular
facts.
season.
We've seen this movie
They only played one 500
6
team.
years in a row.
Yes,
They
but
won.
And the ending has never changed.
Right.
every season is different. So
Not
the
not
scenario's
for
the
Dallas.
same.
listen, they could fizzle out in the playoffs. I'm just talking about the
They
regular.
can, they will. They always do.
I'm just talking about the regular season.
Right.
Dak is playing at an MVP level. His turnovers are down.
Compared to who?
The rest
Is,
of the
is-
league.
is he in a league of his own, basically? That's what you're saying? Like
no,
he's
no,
outright MVP?
No, he's up there. You look at the numbers with him and Mahomes; they're similar.
I still get the edge to Mahomes.
Level of competition.
I still get the edge to Jalen Hurts.
Level of competition.
I mean, I might even get the edge to Brock.
Level of competition.
Brock who from Pokemon? Brock Purdy should never be in the MVP conversation. He's not even the best player on his team.
I said that might.
He's not even the best quarterback on his
I
team.
just said I might.
Sam Darnold better. Anyway,
But Dak Prescott ain't the best player on the team.
he
Huh?
who's better?
CeeDee Lamb.
Deron Bland.
He's got what?
CeeDee
Deron
Lamb-
Bland got
See, you-
got 9 picks.
CD Lamb is not better than Dak Prescott.
Well, it's apples to oranges anyways. You can't compare
Yeah,
a quarterback to a receiver.
Right.
But the impact of him,
Listen, that game he was dropping the ball.
Oh, Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons.
Micah, that's an argument.
What about Bland?
But
He got 9
sometimes,
picks.
sometimes-
6 of them for touchdowns.
Yeah, he
sometimes
turned it up this year.
Yeah.
I don't know where he was before. all
that's
that.
because Trayvon Diggs got hurt.
well, he
and
took
he
the
stepped up.
attention. He took some attention from it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A guy goes down, he steps up.
Right.
Dallas is playing well. Okay, we'll give him that.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
They're
I'm not saying
playing
any of
well.
You
that.
sure? Because you was the way you vouching for Dak now. It's like you was vouching for him last year.
Listen,
They're playing well.
so today is a huge game for the Atlanta Falcons. They play the Jets. Atlanta's 5-6.
He's hear how he said the Jets.
Right.
Like he
Atlanta's
was
5-6,
ashamed. Yeah.
and they lead the division.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
the rest of the division
The
is.
division is pretty bad.
Yeah.
You need the Saints and Mayflower to do well, but they're in the hunt right now. Look at
the Saints
the
got-
record.
look,
The division
Yeah,
is pretty
Saints-
bad.
the Saints
Saints
in
got-
Atlanta's tied.
The Saints,
Nobody's 500.
the Saints got the Lions today. Detroit.
They're gonna get cooked.
Yo, son,
Nobody's 500 in the division.
nobody's 500 in the division.
Right.
Nah.
Plus, Carolina has the number 1 overall picks. Oops, no, they don't.
Chicago.
Chicago got the number 1 overall pick. That whole division. Just
Yo,
throw
I
it away.
wonder, man. Your voice is like went up like 1,000 talking about our
Because
division.
this is crazy. Nobody in the division
You
is
can't make this up, bro.
nobody in the division.
Yeah,
Nobody.
That's crazy. What
We
you mean?
win-
What you mean yet?
yeah. When we win the
Yeah,
day, we'll be
if
500.
they win, they'll be 500.
If they're not,
They will.
they're not winning today.
Who's starting?
It doesn't.
You don't even know.
It doesn't. Who?
Toilet
For the
bowl.
Jets,
Toilet bowl.
who's starting today?
That's
Who
his
do y'all
name,
start?
right? And it's his
You,
name.
you guys going back to
And it's his name.
the Yips?
Toilet bowl.
That's who you going back to?
That's funny. Toilet
Trash.
Bowl? Toilet bowl. That's funny.
That's who you
But-
going back to? Who you going back to?
Listen. Jets winning today. Jets
You
are
don't
winning
even
today.
believe it
That's not
yourself,
even what I
bro.
heard.
It's Tim Boyle. I had to think of his name because he kept saying toilet bowl. Jets is winning today. I don't care what nobody say. Jets is winning today.
That's cool.
Listen, I already lost my bet because
You lost twice.
how?
You got debts to pay, dog.
You got the game between y'all two, right?
The Knicks.
No. We didn't. Yeah,
No,
I
I'm
got
talking
it.
about the game today.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nah, we didn't bet on
y'all put drinks on that one.
on today's game.
Yeah,
Okay.
on an old episode when we was doing the schedule.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Then we got the conference. That's what your field versus.
But that's
Falcons.
still yet to be determined.
Clearly, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Listen, they go listen. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna mess around, and nobody from like the SEC in college football, nobody's going to the playoffs from that division.
well, Miami is already going. Miami going to win your division.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So that's a good
runaway.
bet. You forget that.
that's what I said. I lost that.
lost
bet.
that one.
I lost that bet
yeah.
because Aaron Rodgers didn't play. We didn't win 10. We didn't win the 9.5 games.
because we took the field right, and you took the Jets.
No,
In your
No,
division.
y'all bet me that the Jets wasn't going to win more than 9 games because that was what before Aaron Rodgers came.
Yeah, you're supposed to go to the AFC Championship.
But
yeah.
we took the field
Yeah.
Oh, that's
the same way that you
Pull
took
it
the
up.
field in our
Yeah,
division.
yeah.
Pull it
we
up.
took the field. Yeah, we're gonna go to the tape. We took
Listen,
the field.
I said that the Jets was going to win the over. Remember, the over under was 9 games with
Right.
A-Rod. That's
Right.
what I picked.
So you picked 10 games
10 games. We're not going to win that. So I already lost that.
Yeah, clearly.
So
and the division.
so much off, my brother.
and the division.
In the division, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll tally all of that stuff up. Real quick, let's get into some college football.
Eager.
Roll Tide. We won last night. Can y'all imagine a world where no SEC team is in the playoffs?
It's possible. Very much so.
This is why, for all you people that are saying, "Oh, we shouldn't go to 12 teams," it's too many good teams, and as a fan, you don't want to see a one-loss team not make it.
Yeah, it's going to happen, though.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's going to happen.
I don't think they're stupid enough to not let an SEC team in because the revenue that they bring and the fan base that they have.
but you're gonna have people that
But here's
argue.
my okay, I'm sorry.
Real quick, you're gonna have people that argue Texas should be in over Bama because they beat head-to-head, but then you're gonna have people say, "Well, Bama beat Georgia, which is number 1 team in the
Well,
country."
And my argument to that is not argument, but I would say is, okay, so you say Bama beat Georgia, right?
Mhm.
It's been number 1 majority of the season.
Yeah.
Right? Besides the one time Ohio State was. Okay. So if now they have a 1 loss. So how do you say, well, do they not get a chance to defend their championship? They're still national champions. Right? So how do you argue the
Yeah.
Georgia, Bama, and Texas situation in Florida State? How do you not do that?
Washington too.
Washington is in there.
Washington is in.
They in there.
Yeah, so
They had to beat Oregon to go. Either one of them was going.
it's
They're not gonna leave out
But them last 2 spots is
one.
crucial.
They're not gonna leave out an SEC team.
and
They're
it
not
should
crazy.
be Bama.
It's
But-
not, but
but
it won't
what's your-
be.
It should be
But it won't be.
But what's your argument for it to be Bama? Because the whole thing I
because
kept,
we
all-
beat the number 1 team
That
in,
cannot
in,
be-
in the
Right.
nation.
but that can't be your
True.
only argument, though.
True.
Listen,
That's not the
hold
argument.
on. It's the only argument because Texas says we should be in because we beat Alabama. And right now, if the playoffs started before the games yesterday, Georgia was the number 1 seed. So with that argument, Texas is saying, okay, well, we beat Alabama. Okay, cool. Y'all beat Alabama, but we beat the number 1 team in the nation.
Well, so since those arguments can't win, so now you go look at a body of work.
Yeah,
We beat 4
That's
ranked
where
teams.
they'll go strength of schedule.
Yeah, strength of schedule. How many top 25 teams you've beaten?
3.
You know, huh?
I think Bama only beat 3.
It don't matter. We should be in. That's what I'm going to say.
Florida.
Florida State has to be in there. They've earned their spot, in my opinion.
Don't nobody even see no Florida
Georgia.
State.
Yeah, you only
Without the
you-
quarterback.
But if you don't
you guys
include,
beat 3 teams.
but if you
Without
don't
the
include
quarterback.
Florida State, I mean, you still even though we lost by 3 to y'all yesterday, we still one of the best teams
Listen,
and wounded.
I agree. I'm just saying
Bama earned their spot too. I mean, I got to give them credit. They improved after losing to Texas.
this is why they couldn't pick a better time to expand the playoffs. But real quick,
Yeah.
any last words?
On what?
Anything football related.
hey, go
It's-
dog.
It's been real hostile, ever since.
Yeah, that was
ever since.
That
You know
was
what I mean?
hostile.
It's been real hostile.
Hey, go dogs, go birds, bird gang. Let's do it.
Hey, listen,
Oh, what?
I know, right? I feel threatened. We're security. Now, you got any closing?
Not at all,
Want me to
man.
go to the next segment?
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
The only thing I'm gonna say is everybody get your roll on. Roll Tide. Let's go.